Everyone says practice makes perfect. Yes, but what if you're practicing the wrong way? So, let me show you 5 surprising but powerful ways to become a fluent English speaker. Hello, it's Alex from the Effortless English School and the YouTube channel English Speaking Success. Here to help you become a more confident speaker of English like me. So listen, today I'm going to show you 5 awesome ways to become a fluent speaker of English. Now, some of these may surprise you, but I think they will delight you. And look out for number 5 because it's something that I think most students don't do. But it works like magic. So look out for that. Also, if you want the PDF of all of these tips, you can just click on the link in the description. You can download that for free. I do just ask for your email, and that's just to help me send you more tips and resources that can help you with your English. I do spend time on my emails. They are quality emails. And listen, you can unsubscribe at any time if you want. So it's a win-win. Okay, with that, let's begin with number 1. It's a good place to start, right? Number 1. Yes. Okay. Number 1 is read more. Wait, what? Read more to speak more fluently? Yes, read more. And by reading, I mean read things like news articles, magazines, novels, graded readers, even cookbooks. Because the thing is, when you're reading, well, there are 2 ways of reading. Read for fluency or read to build vocabulary. I want you to read for fluency more. Reading for fluency is where you're reading something, but you're not looking up the words. You're maybe guessing the words, but you just keep on reading, right? You're not building vocabulary, just reading for fluency. Why is this important? Because what happens is when you're reading, it's a bit of an internal dialogue with the book. When you read, you're speaking without speaking the words. You're saying the words in your head and you're starting to think in English. It's the first step towards thinking in English as you read. And if you read more, you're allowing yourself the chance to think more in English. And if you're thinking in English, then when you're speaking, you're going to be more fluent. Think about it. If you're thinking in English, you're not translating. Translating slows you down. Thinking in English helps you become more fluent, and reading for fluency is the first step to thinking more in English. So read more. Got it? Great. Number 2. Right? Number 2, speak more to yourself. Why has he got a toothbrush? I'll come back to that. So, the thing is, a lot of students think I need to speak to a teacher or a native speaker to give me feedback, to correct me. Actually, no. Actually, you don't need to be speaking to other people all the time. You can speak more to yourself to get the practice. Fluency is about producing language. Okay. Not just learning it, about producing it. I mean, if you're a teacher, think of Swain's output hypothesis. Speaking is going to help you with your fluency. So, in many ways, it's better to speak to yourself because you haven't got the pressure of speaking to somebody else. You're not going to be afraid of making mistakes. You'll be more relaxed. Think of Krashen's effective filter if you're a teacher research-based. And that's going to help you with your fluency. So you could, for example, just talk to the mirror. Classic example. In the mornings when you're brushing your teeth, right? You can talk to yourself. There's also a very simple 3-point framework that you can use. And it is basically, I have done this. Now I'm doing this. And after this, I will do that. Okay, super simple. I use it all the time when I'm trying to do this in Chinese or in French. For example, right, I've had breakfast. Now I'm brushing my teeth. After this, I'll go to work. Right? Super simple 3-step framework. Start using that right away. And the great thing about all of this is you start to build a habit. And then you'll get that daily speaking practice. Super simple. That's it. Let's move on to number 3. Okay. Number 3, stop learning new vocabulary. Oh, all right. Okay. I don't mean completely stop learning new vocabulary, but change your focus from collecting new words to practicing what you know, using what you've learned already. Okay. Fluency is not really about knowing new words. It's about being able to use the words you've studied already. So when you're practicing and speaking, don't be trying to use new vocabulary all the time. Using new vocabulary is a high-level game. Just practice the words you know. It's a different game. It's actually easier. And just build up your fluency, activating the words you've already been studying. Okay. I think we have a tendency as human beings to collect things. We buy an online course and before we begin, we buy another one. We go to the shop and we buy a book. Good book, by the way. Put it down. Think, oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I'll read that next week. Next week, I'm at the shops again. Ooh, I'll buy another book. Great. Put it down. Haven't read them yet. Why? Because we like to collect things. It's exciting when you buy something and you collect it. But I haven't read them. And it's the same. You go on the internet and Facebook, Instagram, you're collecting all these 20 idioms, PDF of 100 IELTS words. Great. How many of them can you use? Oh, not many actually. So, stop collecting new vocabulary and focus on practicing the ones you already have, right? How do you practice them? I mean, very, very simple. For example, if you watch my live lesson on a topic, you get a PDF, repeat the words, repeat the phrases, change a word, change the tense, just practice. Use ChatGPT and just say, I'm going to have a conversation with you. I'm going to use these 5 words and just reply to me and just start practicing using them. And then you'll start to activate them. Later, you can think about collecting new vocabulary, but try and activate more the ones you have. Other things you can do is you can mimic accents on the TV. You can shadow podcasts, video clips, shorts are very good for shadowing. So that repetition, shadowing, mimicking, it's all good practice. And that way you're focusing more on fluency and you will build your fluency. Great. Let's move on. Number 4, practice with strangers. Now, I don't mean just walk up to people in the street and start talking to them, although you could do that if you're in an English-speaking country. I don't recommend it, though. However, it is easier online. You can practice with people online. There are lots of apps where you can do that, or if you're on a course like the Gold Course, you can speak to other students on the course. The thing is, you don't have to practice with a teacher or a native speaker. You can just practice with other people. I know I said earlier practice with yourself. That's good. This is a compliment, goes together. But practice with strangers, with other people. And it's great because it prepares you for the unexpected. You have to have a natural conversation where you just respond to the situation. And here's the secret, right? I think you need to balance prepared talks and impromptu talks. So yes, you need a balance. You need to practice where you've prepared something and you've thought about it and you've got some ideas and you're talking. But you must also practice impromptu, improvised, without preparing, where you just speak out, because that's where you build the flexibility. That's more difficult. But if you're doing both of those, you will become more confident and flexible as a speaker. Speaking to other students is a great way of doing it. There's no pressure, but it's unpredictable, which is what you want because that builds flexibility. And with flexibility comes fluency. Believe it or not, right? It will help you enormously with your fluency, right? Let's move on to the last one. The one that most students don't do but actually works like magic. I think some of it is magic. Let's have a look at number 5. Okay. Number 5, use music to learn full chunks. Now, chunks of course is just 2 or 3 words that typically go together. Recently I did a live lesson on leisure activities and a lot of vocabulary. We just picked out chunks, right? Leisure activity, that's a chunk. Here are some more. Hang out. Hang out with friends. Do yoga. What else? A low-budget activity. All of these are simple chunks. If you listen to songs, then it can help you learn these chunks. And here's the real magic, is that if you sing along, you can not only listen to the chunks and learn them, but you're also going to improve your word stress, sentence stress, and rhythm as you're speaking or singing. Now, I know you're saying, well, Alex, I can't sing. Well, hello, me neither. I can't sing. But it doesn't matter because sometimes in the privacy of my little room, I turn on a song and I sing along just like that. Whatever the language, French, Chinese, English, and I sing along. Okay, I'm out of tune, but it doesn't matter. It's not about perfect pitch. It's about getting the chunk, getting the stress, getting the intonation, getting the rhythm. And it's an amazing way of doing it. Now, in the old days, you used to have to look for a song that was clear, easy lyrics, relevant to your topic. So maybe you're looking at the Beatles or Adele. And it was you had to do a bit of searching. Now, we have something magical called AI. You can create your own song. You can go to suno.com, put in some of these chunks, and just create your own song. And then sing along in the privacy of your room if you like. Bonus tip, the fake accent challenge. So, there you've got it. 5 surprising ways that can help you become more fluent in English. I have a bonus tip for you, and it's called the Fake Accent Challenge. And this is something I try and do sometimes. When you're repeating English or whichever language, try and imitate the accent. So try and pretend to be American or Australian or British or Scottish, whatever it may be. When you listen, just try and see where the sound comes from. Is it coming from the mouth? Is it coming from the throat? and pick up that, because when you try and listen to an accent, pause and repeat. It's great for kind of muscle practice and throat practice, sound practice if that exists. But most of all, it's just a bit of fun. And it can really be a nice way of picking up natural intonation and rhythm as well. So have a go. The Fake Accent Challenge. So, I'm curious. Which of these tips surprised you the most? Let me know down in the comments. And also, if you go away and try and make a song, leave a link in the comments below. Let us share the song and listen to it as well. Remember, for the PDF, you can download this in the description below and start practicing or trying out some of these ways to help you become not only a more confident speaker, but a more fluent speaker of English. If you want to practice speaking more, come and join us on the IELTS Speaking Diamond course. We have daily speaking practice rooms where you can practice speaking with other students. For everybody else, watch the next video, because coming up is a great video all about how to think in English, right? How to really think in English. Watch that video. It's coming up soon. In the meantime, let's play out with that song again about the leisure activities. And listen, thank you so much for watching. As always, it's great to spend this time with you, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Take care, everybody. See you next time.